Issue 1 in tonight's Biz Blitz, the golden opportunity for Netflix. The shares of Netflix have been soaring after the company's streaming announcement to Golden Globe nominations, and they've actually got more than a lot of major TV networks. So to Ty Young and Derek Kinney on if it's too late to get in, or is this Netflix rally just getting started?
One thing that Netflix has done is they've really followed the consumer needs and what they want. I think Netflix definitely has some room to go, and here's why. They've evolved from just renting DVDs to not only streaming content, but having a legitimate seat at the table among the other big networks in terms of their programming. The concern I've got, though, here they do $1 billion of revenue. Have they grown too quickly, too fast? If they don't produce and continue what they've been known for, we could see a stock dip in the near future. So definitely want to keep an eye on it, but I definitely think it's a stock to own for the long haul.
Derek, the long haul means, and I guess what you're really trying to warn the viewer is, then be prepared for a lot of swings. It wasn't long ago the stock was up, crashed, went to 360, came back to 300, now it's 370. I mean, the long haul means you better put on 2 or 3 seatbelts.
You better put on seatbelts and have airbags all the way around you. Here's what I would draw the comparison to. Think about Google back when it IPO'd the Dutch auction many years ago. That stock went up, went back down. People who held on, who had the financial stamina to withhold and basically handle the ups and the downs, did very, very well financially. This is a good stock like that. Technology is going to be like that. Hold it for the long haul.
Let's switch gears a little bit. Oil companies now, they're still waiting for a decision on the Keystone Pipeline, but billionaire Harold Hamm, he's tired of waiting. The Continental Resources CEO, he's looking for alternatives to Keystone, and he actually says that the decision could be like years from now, might not ever come. So, Derek, if he's right, and by the way, Harold Hamm is a genius, and Keystone is dead, what stocks would win and what would lose?
Well, Charles, Keystone is a lot like the bridge that goes nowhere. This is like the pipeline that takes us nowhere. What I love about entrepreneurs is these great creative ideas. The problem I have is the concern about safety. One thing that we've seen is going to rail cars to haul oil is very viable, but if it's going through these small towns and an accident occurs, there could be huge health and safety risks to those people. I think we're going to see some volatility in this stock, but also the entire oil sector. Keep in mind, demand right now is very, very high, but also so is supply. We're going to see all these stocks tend to go up, but keep in mind, if you don't need the money now, this could be a long-term bet, but it's going to be volatile, especially if they go more rail cars.
Derek, you made the ironic point here. Not building it means we actually take the same oil and transport it across the country in much dangerous fashions. All right, guys, time for our nightcap. This is the point of the show where our blitzers are going to tell us what they're looking for tomorrow. Does the music stop by tapering, which means just the Fed buys fewer of those junk assets, or does the music stop when the Fed actually starts to change policy and raise interest rates? Derek, what are you watching for tomorrow?
Charles, lots of interesting news tomorrow. What I'm going to be focused on is the Home Builders Index. Why that matters to the average viewer right now is we've seen the market track how home sales go, so goes the market. There's a reading on this report expected to be 50 or higher, which shows progress in the market. If people are willing to plunk down a large amount of money to buy a home, that one decision has a huge economic ripple effect. Realtors, builders, contractors, bankers, everybody benefits. That's going to be a big determinant to see how far the economy can continue to go. Watch that report about 10 o'clock Eastern tomorrow morning.